This is a public advisory issued by the Office of Community Welfare and Civil Response. Please remain calm and continue your normal activities while listening carefully. There is no immediate cause for alarm. The matter being addressed is subtle in nature and does not present as a conventional threat. Over the past month, isolated households have reported concerns that someone close to them seems slightly altered. Not injured, not ill, simply not identical to how they were before. At this time, there is no confirmed medical explanation. However, the consistency in descriptions requires acknowledgement. The change does not begin with appearance. It begins with timing. A husband pauses half a second too long before answering to his name. A sister blinks after everyone else has finished laughing. A coworker turns toward a sound just before it happens, as though anticipating it. These are small delays, barely noticeable, the kind you dismiss while shaking your head. Then come the corrections. A mother insists she has always taken her coffee black. Her daughter reminds her she has used cream for 20 years. The mother smiles gently and says, "No, I remember it clearly." She drinks it black without flinching. A friend claims you met at a different place than you did. Describes a first conversation that never occurred. When you object, they tilt their head slightly, not confused, not defensive, just studying your reaction. As if adjusting. Witnesses consistently describe eye contact that lingers too long. Not affectionate, not aggressive, just focused. Measuring. Learning the way your face shifts when you're uncertain. Photographs taken before and after suspected changes show almost no visible difference. Same posture, same clothes, same smile, except the smile settles faster. In several enhanced images, the subject's expression appears already formed before the camera flash, as though it knew the moment was coming. One report involved a child who ran to greet her father after work. She stopped halfway down the hallway. Later she told investigators she felt cold when he looked at her. Not temperature on her skin, cold in her stomach. She said his voice sounded right, but it came out too evenly. No breath between words. The father embraced her. He held the hug a moment longer than usual, long enough to feel her heartbeat. The following morning, neighbors stated he waved from the driveway with a motion slightly too smooth. His elbow did not bend fully. We have recovered audio from a residence where a replacement is strongly suspected. In the recording, a woman whispers into her phone while sitting in her locked bathroom. Outside the door, her husband speaks softly. He tells her he understands she is scared. He tells her he loves her. He tells her she is imagining things. There is no anger in his voice, only patience. Between his sentences, the microphone captures a faint sound. Not movement, not breathing, a subtle clicking, like someone practicing how to swallow. When officers arrived, they found the bathroom empty. The husband stood in the kitchen preparing dinner. He greeted them warmly. He answered questions clearly. He blinked at appropriate intervals. He did not ask where his wife was. It is important to understand that whatever is occurring does not force entry. There are no broken windows, no signs of struggle. People are not taken violently. They are revised. Gradually, the replacements improve over time. Early stages contain small hesitations, slightly misplaced memories, an unusual stillness while observing others. Later stages show near perfection. Shared jokes delivered correctly. Familiar gestures reproduced accurately. Even private habits mirrored with precision. But there is always something. A fraction too composed. A stillness behind the eyes, as if someone is standing just a step back inside them. The most disturbing detail is this. Replacements seem to cluster. Once one occurs within a household, neighbors begin reporting similar concerns. Then co-workers. Then extended family. It spreads quietly. Not through contact. Through closeness. Through memory. Because the replacement does not need to remove you physically. It only needs others to accept the new version of you. And once enough people stop questioning the differences, the original becomes unnecessary. If someone you love begins watching you more carefully than before, do not dismiss it. If they start finishing your sentences with uncanny accuracy, do not assume it is intimacy. Pay attention to the way they stand when they think no one is looking. Completely still, as though waiting to be instructed. We are continuing our investigation into how the transition completes. At this time, there are no confirmed recoveries of individuals once replacement is fully integrated. There is, However, one final report. A man contacted authorities claiming his entire family felt off. He described subtle changes in each of them over several weeks. Different laughter, different posture, smoother movements. He called again the next day to apologize. He said he must have been stressed. He said his family was perfectly normal. When asked if he still felt uneasy, he laughed softly. The recording of that call has been reviewed. His voice matched previous samples exactly, except for one detail. There was no variation in tone, no rise, no fall, just a steady, level delivery, as if read from a script. This concludes the advisory. Remain observant of the people closest to you. And if tonight, someone you love looks at you with calm, unwavering focus and says, "You seem different lately," smile. Answer naturally, because if they are still learning, you may not be the one who was replaced.